Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest right now is a returning guest, artist Carrie Humberger Schramm.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Good to have you back. It's been a while, but we've been following you in the Dan-A-Plooza page, and we hope everybody will continue to follow you. For those people who are new, this is her fan page of where you can follow her, and also she'll be having an appearance at the Horror Realm Convention in Pittsburgh, PA, March 4th, 5th, and 6th. So let's get in some questions. What other conventions will you be appearing at besides Horror Realm?
This year so far, I know that I will be at Steel City, of course, since it's hometown for me. I will be at the Mothman Festival in West Virginia.
Okay.
As long as they still have it. They're saying they're going to, so I'm really hopeful this year. I do the Living Dead weekend in Monroeville again, hometown, and then that one's at the mall. That's always fun. I have a couple other ones that I have applied to and waiting to hear back from. I'm also going to Motor City.
In Detroit.
In Detroit, yes. I did it last year and it was a lot of fun. Met a lot of really nice people. So I'm doing that one again. That one's in May this year. They did it last time in October. So this time they're doing May. I guess that's when their normal is.
Definitely.
So, yes.
And
looking forward to getting back out there since it's been since December since I've been out for a show. It'll be nice to get back in and see all the people and some of my Comic-Con friends. You know, I'd love to get together with them.
Yep. We are getting some comments right now. Thank you, Rock Pit, for saying hello to me and Carrie. And thank you, Tyler Schramm, who said, "Good luck, Mom."
I told him, if you're home, you better watch.
Or you're grounded. I'm just kidding.
I'm just a little old to ground, but
I'm my own person now.
Yeah.
And Facebook user, hello. So next question. What was your reaction when you got the Etsy award?
Oh, the seller badge for Etsy. It was a complete shock. I was so busy November and December and January that I didn't even realize that I had become a star seller for Etsy. It was kind of a surprise. I woke up one morning and I was like, got the notice on my phone and I was like, oh, super cool. I actually got it again for February too. I got it 2 months in a row. The sales have been really nice. It's been a lot of baby heads. I only have, I think, one nightlight left in my store right now, but I am having an update tonight. I'm going to list a bunch more nightlights and some different things. That'll be happening later on tonight, probably around 8:30 tonight.
So no victory dance afterwards. There was no raisin, no.
I was like, I'm what? I did what? Didn't know what was happening. They have guidelines that you have to meet, and I didn't even realize that I was meeting those guidelines up until I got the email saying congratulations, and I was like, and they were like, and here's something you can share on your social media, and I was like, super cool. So yeah, it was really nice. I really love all the support that I've gotten. I actually started myself a map of the United States, and I'm coloring all the states that I'm mailing to, just to see how many states I can make it to. I'm about half right now, so I'm pretty excited about that.
Well, Dan the Man will celebrate earlier. He may do a halfway cartwheel. Maybe I'll post that. Maybe I won't, depending on how I land. But
I want to see it.
if you see the legs like this and the camera up and down, that means I tried.
That was you, huh?
Thank you, Rock Pit. Rock Pit sends his congratulations. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Okay. What is the farthest convention you ever traveled for as a vendor?
I do Detroit. I've been there a couple times for different shows. And I also have gone to Days of the Dead in Indianapolis.
Oh, okay.
I went there. Yeah, and then the West Virginia, which isn't super far, but Point Pleasant isn't right across the border.
Very, very true.
Yes. And I like going to the out of town ones just to see other places too. You know, you try to get an extra day in there so that you can see what's around the different cities and stuff. And I've met people that we've become Facebook friends at other states that we still communicate, and they've actually bought stuff and I've shipped it to them, which was really nice. It's nice to have friends in other places.
It definitely does. And somebody else wants to congratulate you. Tilly.
Hello. I thought I heard you talking to her earlier.
All right, are we done with congratulations? Okay, you good girl. Oh, somebody actually asked a question in the chat. They asked, what kind of artists have inspired you?
What kind of artist? See, I have such a broad realm of things that I like. I like abstract, and I like the odd and the bizarre, and of course the horror stuff. So I can appreciate anything. Like if I go to a museum, I appreciate all of the sculptures, and I've always been drawn to those kind of things. Working with your hands and painting, and you know, sometimes things turn out and sometimes they don't. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Van Gogh. I actually made a baby head that I call Starry Night, and I don't know if I'm gonna take her to a show or not and sell her. But I did. I painted her with the Starry Night blues and yellow stars, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe she'll be my next profile picture.
And it's still the month of love of February, so nothing says like getting a gift for your loved one like a Starry Night baby head.
That's right. Everybody needs a baby head nightlight, right?
Exactly. That's if you're having a new kid, you know, and you need something to for them to have a nightlight.
Your in-laws are coming to visit. You want make sure they don't stay too long. Guest room.
Sleep with one eye open.
Exactly.
Now we have another question. I assume this is for you, but I can also answer because I attended it. Did you go to the Van Gogh exhibit?
I did not get to go. I have had a rough health year so far. We're only 2 months in, and I spent a lot of it on not feeling so hot. And that's why we postponed last week, because I still wasn't feeling well. So back on the mend, everything's good. But I did not get to go and see it. Did you get to go, Dan?
I attended it.
Did you?
I went 2 days before Halloween. What a treat to go. it was interesting because when you sit in a room and they have like the circles and then they have the chairs and benches and
Mhm.
like you're watching the walls play the animation, and it's like you're watching a movie on repeat, because the show goes like 20 minutes and then the next one starts. But at first, like everyone had the benches. So as soon as like somebody like got up, and you're like, that's my, you look at some, that's my bench,
My
I
bench.
sit there. My bench, through my sit upon,
Yeah.
and do a slide, and um, but then you just get to watch it. The only bad part I would say is you had to wear a mask. So sometimes I feel like that inhibits your enjoyment of watching it with a smile. I mean, I had one where I could breathe, but you feel like you're still kind of contained. But
Yeah.
I understand due to the protocol and guidelines, but it was just kind of hard to enjoy that because I got to take a selfie, and then like the mask is like there, or I just wait
Yeah.
and click and then throw it back up, but
Yeah. I'm glad you got to see it though. I've
it,
had
it
such a crazy. The end of the year was crazy. There was no way I could consider going to anything or doing anything, and then um, I got to this year. So
Well, it was definitely expensive. I think it was like about $85 or something. And like I had a certain amount of tickets so I could go in sooner, but they were at max capacity. So I had to eat in the cafeteria till it died down. But, when you sit there and, for me, it's an hour and 45-minute drive and you sit there and it's 20 minutes, you're like, all right, here's my tent and my sleeping bag. And
I'm staying.
exactly. Here's my s'mores, and we're just gonna have a camp out, and I'll close the lights when you're done. But
Yeah, I didn't realize it was only 20 minutes.
yeah, and then the next one will start, and then it just is on repeat. So I stretched it and I watched it like 4 or 5 times so I could get the time.
I would have too. Just
I'm
to
like, here
take
comes the sun. I know where it's coming.
Yeah, I don't think I would have wanted to leave either.
Yeah.
And it would have been hard for me to be like, just one more time. Just one more time.
If people are looking at me, I'm like, I'll close up shop.
I'll walk up when I'm done.
Exactly. I got a hammock. But thank you for all these questions. I appreciate people we've never really had where people have asked a series of questions.
Yay!
So it's something new when they do that. So moving forward, what has been the hardest character to design?
Probably, and he does get requests, is Pinhead, Doug Bradley.
Pinhead?
People want Pinhead, and we've done a few things, but he is not an easy character to replicate or he's difficult. He takes a lot of time. So when I do have one on the table, it's usually one of the more expensive pieces. It's taken me a while to get all those pins, and the shadows with it and stuff.
Well, that's what happens when you play with the puzzle box, Carrie. You play with it, and then all these designs come out for you.
Now that you mentioned it, though, I did have somebody ask me about making them a puzzle box.
Yep.
I have to break that one down so I don't forget. Yeah.
Another fan question. Hey, Todd. Todd Demont with a question. Any new products coming out?
Yes, I do. I have some new things coming out. I have the stack of baby heads nightlight. Instead of just the singles, I started messing around with attaching baby heads together to see what we could do. Yeah, why not? I did some candle holders that are hand built. So those are fun. Those will be on the table this coming weekend. I did do some bracelets I had them at the, I've been wearing them to the last couple shows to give it a test run to make sure they didn't break. So they'll be on the table this time. What else have I done? Oh, I did do some mosaics.
There you go.
It's a mirror with with baby heads on it. So we're gonna have some mosaics, some picture frames are coming out soon. Some little jewelry boxes with the mosaic with baby heads on the top. Yeah, I just started playing with mosaics recently and I was like, ooh, baby heads. Exactly. So I do
There's like a little thought bubble and there's a baby head.
And the baby heads have been one of my biggest sellers, especially in my Etsy store, and the shows. I think one of the last shows I did of the year, I had my full display and I came home with one. And I was like, what?
Where do you get your baby heads?
Yes. So I've been trying to incorporate other things with them instead of just doing the night lights. And I got some new baby molds, so we'll see what happens with those. A doll store that was closing called and asked me if I wanted them.
Oh,
so
okay.
I went and picked up the doll molds, and so now I have some new ones to make with some new faces. And of course, I alter them all because they're porcelain dolls. But yeah, there'll be some new things at the shows this year. Some of them will be at Horror Realm, but they'll definitely be at Steel City in April. Yes.
All right. Another question from, I'm sorry, I don't know the name because sometimes StreamYard doesn't post the name for this Facebook user. Have any celebrities ever purchased your art?
Yes. Tom Savini.
There you go.
Bought a zombie mug from me that said "must have tea." That was super exciting since he's Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
He bought. I did get a picture too of that.
There you go.
Which was super cool. And then some local that have been in.
Like Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, some of those guys have bought. I'm actually working on a couple projects with a few of them right now. We are possibly, if I can make it happen, and I'm going to give it a shot here, doing some of those characters on some of my products. So we'll see. Hopefully, like I said, it turns out and they like them. And they had considered even possibly selling them at their tables at the show. So we'll see what happens with that, hopefully in the next month.
It would be interesting if you made a nightlight with Jim Crut, the helicopter zombie.
Yes.
Like his head comes up. Ah!
Love Jim. He's such a positive, upbeat, friendly guy. Yeah. I love seeing him when he's at the shows. He's great.
Yep, and he's been on here on Dan-A-Plooza, and we'll probably have him back. So.
Oh, good. I'll definitely have to tune in to see him. That would be fun.
Someone said that your art is cool.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. It's definitely odd and not for everyone, but that's okay. It's creepy cool.
So do you ever connect with other artists at the conventions? Like, do you ever like share like, this is what I'm doing and this is what you're doing and kind of network?
Yes, I'm actually working with someone right now. They are hopefully in the process of taking some of my baby heads and doing other kinds of jewelry with them.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she does the soldering, and so she's going to be working on a few pieces. And I do have a couple other things going on in the background that we'll see what happens. And of course, other artists we're always willing to share and talk and come up with ideas, brainstorm with each other, which is really nice too. I'll get, a text message or a message on Facebook that says, "Hey, did you think about doing this person? Or did you think about doing that one? Have you ever done this?" And it's nice to share, and it's nice to make friends with other artists at the shows. I really value a lot of their friendship and their opinions, because I will ask them and send them pictures and say, "What do you think of this? Is this okay? Or is this a little too out there? Yeah, let me know how you feel." But I really do love all the vendor friends that I've made, and a lot of times we go out to dinner and we chit chat in between things, and we talk all year round actually, which is really nice. And they give each other, "Hey, you want to do this show with me?" "Yeah, sure, why not?" So that's how I might be getting into a couple other shows that I've applied for. Fingers crossed that I make it in, but they were all recommendations from other vendors that said your stuff would go here, like the people would love it. You should try to get in. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I should have answers in the next week or two, and I will definitely update my Facebook list as to what shows I'm going to be at this year. And then I'm still also in 2 stores in Greensburg, have my stuff. Mr. Jones Curio and the Green Beacon Art Gallery both have displays of my stuff for sale. So people local that want to pop in and grab, which is nice. So.
I was just thinking, and everybody, I have purchased some of Carrie's art before. I've purchased the Scream mug, the one with ghost face, which I imagine would be popular even right now because Scream just came out recently. And then I have the Mothman mug.
Love Mothman. Mothman. That's probably one of my most requested is Mothman. And I didn't start doing Mothman and Bigfoot and all of those, and it kind of ventured out when I started doing the Mothman Festival. And now Mothman and Bigfoot, aliens are probably some of my most requested pieces at this point. People will message me, "Hey, you're out of Bigfoot mugs on your Etsy store. Is there any way I can get one?" They really are popular right now. Any of those cryptids are really popular. Then did you get one on a stump stein? Your Mothman mug?
It's round like this, and it has like lines going up it.
So it looks like a piece of wood, kind of?
Kind of.
Okay. Yeah. Those are super popular. I love those ones. They turn out really neat. Well, you'd have to buy a Mothman, right?
Yeah.
Aren't you from West Virginia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody wrote, let's see. Oh, have I ever met Mothman? That's the one person I can't know. Dan-A-Plooza, that would be something, but no. Just
right? What are you trying to tell
me? Just go out the stream.
I've met the statue. I've got my picture with the statue in Point Pleasant. But unfortunately, that would be a scary thing, I think, to actually see Mothman. I don't think I could deal with that.
Oh, or Richard Gere.
Never met I'm talking Ghostface, Matthew Lillard I've met.
Yeah. let me pull him up on my phone.
Time he's in town, right?
We have brunch.
Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it?
It would be. I would ask so many questions. We'd be there like the restaurant would be closed and I'd still be talking. Is there anything else you'd like to say, promote or plug before we end?
So I just want to tell everyone I really appreciate all your support, especially in the last year and a half. It's been amazing. The people that come back to my table and we've become friends. Everyone that supported me, all of my kids, of course, who've helped me load and unload my car. And Aaron that helps me run the booth. I really appreciate everything that they all do to keep me going and to keep this little art business going for me. They are probably my biggest fans. So, but I do appreciate everyone that has stopped by and said hi, and bought things, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I appreciate you all. And I appreciate you for having me, Dan.
Oh, you're welcome. Apologize for the background noise. The cat got stuck in the closet and is looking at me, so I'm going to pull her out afterwards. But I want to thank you for being my guest, and everyone, please catch Carrie at Horror Realm next weekend, and also at Steel City Con. Everyone have a good night. 7 o'clock, we will have the Garbage Pail Queen, and 8, we will have Michael Yeshin. Have a good night.
Good night.